as they say in Nollywood, if you're watching this, then I'm dead.
Katangari is on Prime and it's a native filmworks movie and it's been in Prime for a while, and I just want to share my honest opinion about this movie, Katangari. Katangari Goes to Town. That's the full name, but I like calling it Katangari.
I have for a long time suspected one of you. Someone has been planning my demise.
This movie stars Segun Arinze, it stars Ireti Doi, it stars Ubemi Ijeye, it stars other actors that I'm not too familiar with, but I've seen in movies before, and I'm so excited that we get to have this similar new faces that native filmworks always do when producing their movie.
Tell me about those hyenas.
You know Madam Olan, of course. She's Ulan.
So Katangari is played by Segun Arinze. He's a retired general, or I think, yes, a police officer, a retired investigator, detective stuff. So he's retired and he stays in Abuja. Yes, I think Abuja, but it wasn't really specified where in Abuja. We had them talk about outskirts, a village close to Abuja or something. But if you're someone that have been to Abuja, you will notice a lot of the scenes were shot in Abuja.
No, seriously. Take your wig off.
She doesn't at all get along with Madam Sophia Orishibelo's current wife.
Segun Arinze gets this message that his cousin who has died wants to read his will and he has to be present. So he has to leave his village and go to the town to be present for the will and everything. Spoilers alert, I'm going to give tiny bit of spoilers, not a lot of spoilers on this movie. I'm just going to do a brief synopsis, but just in case, it's a tiny bit of spoilers. So now we have Segun Arinze leaving the village and coming to town to listen to what his dead brother or dead cousin has to say. We get to see how he doesn't like his cousin. Of course, they had disputes when he was alive, and he was literally threatened to come to the town because he's a stubborn-headed person. And on arriving to the town, we get to see a video message from his cousin that he suspects someone killed him, which was really shocking.
She suggested she was seeing other women, and he suggested that.
Say it.
I love how we're able to understand who Katangari is, a retired soldier or a retired investigator and everything. But I would personally feel that the casting for Katangari was not properly done. Segun Arinze, fine, he has this detective life, he's a good actor, but if you're talking about body build, it wasn't giving me. I know a retired person has probably chopped up and everything, but it wasn't really given, especially when we saw Segun Arinze. I personally felt that he was a bit lean. Maybe he had to lose weight for that movie, but it didn't really look good at the first scene, the introduction of Katangari. I was thinking if they had made someone else like Wale Ojo Katangari, it would have been a better fit in terms of casting, because Wale Ojo is a bit elderly and he has the kind of build and the similar charisma that Segun Arinze would have possessed. So if I were to cast for Katangari, I would have casted Wale Ojo instead of Segun Arinze, because we have seen Wale Ojo in positions that's a bit similar, so it would have made it feel very, very comfortable, made the actor feel very, very comfortable on screen. And the first few scenes, I could see that Katangari, the actor playing Katangari, wasn't really comfortable until later into the movie, which was really, really odd.
The butler.
Yes. Wash and Shaton have lived with Chief since the divorce.
I love when Katangari finally gets to town and meets the family members. Apparently, his cousin had married a first wife, gave birth to 2 children, and divorced his first wife and married another wife. So we get to see the 2 wives, we get to see the strive and everything. It was giving me a chief daddy scene kind of thingy, which I didn't really like because I was like, okay, it feels like I've seen something like this before. But as the movie kept going, I found out that it wasn't really giving the vibe. It was a scene where all of them had to sit down together in a cinema kind of setting, and it was giving that cheap daddy vibe. Kiniko, kiniko. So we have Iweti Doi in this movie. I loved how she was able to give her best. She's a wonderful actress. I love her acting so much. I love that she was casted for that mother role, how she was able to feel vulnerable, how she was able to fight, because Katanguri ends up locking the entire mansion and telling them nobody leaves this place until we solve the crime. So I love how she was the person to resist and how she was the prime suspect. I love that storyline going on for the movie Katanguri.
Even though he often said he thought they loved his money more than they loved him.
One and only Uncle Che.
And you know,
One thing about this movie, Katanguri, is that I personally feel like the scriptwriter and I myself have similar likes and dislikes because I was able to guess a lot of things that were going to happen in the movie. And it was not from the perspective of it is very predictable, it was from the perspective of what I would do and what I would make happen. My friend was not able to guess it. Obviously, he was like, it's not gonna happen, but it was just happening. And I was like, boy, I'm good. Boy, I'm good with guessing. I was able to guess a lot of things. I knew who the villain was from the first thing. I saw the person. I knew that this is the bad person. I knew. I even knew how she did it. I knew how she. That's a big spoiler. I'm so sorry. So I knew a lot of things, even when the film was playing, and I was like, "This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen," and it was really happening. And whoever with the script, I think we're the same. So for the lighting of this movie, I would recall that this movie had lighting issues. It had lighting and sound issues. Some scene had lesser sound than the other scene, and some scene were darker than the other scene. So we were watching this on, I think, full HD on a system which was a big system, and we could literally detect. We didn't have MP players, so all of a sudden the sound would just go down and it would rise up. So we're able to detect that there was something wrong with the sound.
Chief once told me that I worked with him, but always counted his spoons and fingers after every meeting.
For me, I would give this movie a rating of a 5/10. And the 5/10 was because of the lighting inconsistency and the sound inconsistency. We had to literally watch it with subtitle to make up for that. And it wasn't really nice because the subtitle wasn't aligning. So we had to manage that. And again, I noticed that the night scene that were being shown, a lot of the night scene that they said was night was looking like day, and it had so much light. That was what I said. There was issues with the lighting because it's a night scene and we see so much light. Even if the person has 247 light in their house, there's supposed to be a lower tone in the color grading to make us feel like it is night. So it had a lighting problem. That was what happened and everything. So this movie is on Prime. I suggest you watch it. It gives family drama, it gives action, it gives thriller. Trust me, you won't guess who killed the man. You won't guess how. But somehow Victor Ajaja was able to guess because she's a wizard. Yes, a wizard in script writing. So make sure you check out Katangari, a family drama on Prime, and make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and drop your honest comment on the movie Katangari Goes to Town if you've seen the movie, and if you've not, the link to the movie is directly in my description. So click it and go to Prime and you watch Katangari Goes to Town. And this is me signing out. Peace out. Bye. Check out.